This is the type of energy we looking for here. What's good, everybody?
Live.
Yo, peace. Let me get closer to my mic so y'all can hear me good. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ratchet Robe Review. If you don't know, this is the Sophisticatedly Ratchet Gang. This is a half, a third, a quarter. Our fractions are a little off these days. We making some changes,
Your
but
fraction, your
this
math.
this is 3/5 of the Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast. All right, and I'd like to start by introducing myself. I am the Spew God, Drip Drip. Please say the Drip Drip.
Drip,
Swing
drip.
gang. Appreciate you.
I hear an echo.
Uh, I hear it too. Where is it coming from? Hmm. I don't know. Let's see. Is anybody on Discord?
Let me check.
Yeah, let
No,
me check that
I don't
too.
think so. No, I'm not, because my thing is saying installing updates.
Yeah, I'm not on Discord. Now I am. I just turned. No one's
Yeah,
on Discord. Nobody
I'm
was
trying
on
to get
it.
off now. Now it's sending me to Discord.
Oh my gosh, let me take my asthma pump.
Well, let me take another hit of this weed since we getting asthma pumps and stuff. Did we find out we
Mike
good?
and AirPods. I mean, it's not me.
All right, let's see what's going on. Hold on. Let me get out of Discord, because now this thing took me to Discord. All right. My mic. Okay, good.
You know, as long as we can hear you on here, you good, right? Mo?
What do you mean?
We don't need Discord.
We don't
No,
need
I know.
Discord.
I'm not on. I know. I said it was. Remember when you said who was on Discord? I clicked it to check, but then it put me in Discord. I'm not on Discord
Oh,
though.
got it.
Remember, like
Okay.
the thing. Yeah, that's what was going on. So that's I'm trying to get out of it.
Like you tapped on it and it
Yeah,
ended up
tapped on it
opening
to.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely. That's what happened.
so should we start over? Because I'm down to
Yeah.
start over. Yeah, I'm gonna start
Start
over.
over.
Yeah, let's
Start
start over.
over. Start it over.
There we go. Blooper reel. Yo, what's good, everybody? She might niggas big up
We
enough.
live.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Ratchet Robe Review. I'm here with the most beautiful ladies of the Sophisticatedly Ratchet tribe. I'm here with the Ice Queen and everybody's favorite Lil Mo from the BX. Ladies, how are you?
We're
Good,
doing
good.
great. Can't wait to
There we
talk about
go.
this new season.
I'm here with the natural puff. I'm giving y'all a puff this episode. You know?
We love it. We love
Yeah,
it.
Love
I
it.
love
We
the
love it.
natural
We
dew.
love it.
Love the
We
natural
love it.
dew.
Right.
So yo, we're
So,
here to talk. We're here to talk to you guys about Love Is Blind. Okay, for those who don't know, Love Is Blind is a series on Netflix which just released on the 19th. Right, they dropping every
Season
week.
3.
Right, season 3. They dropping every week 4 episodes. Right, so the premise of the show is you meet someone in a pod. Right, you're completely separated. You never see what they look like. All you do is have conversations with them. You build a rapport with them, and then you decide that you're going to get engaged. Right, you get engaged, and then from the engagement you live with this person, and then have to
Wait,
stand.
you finally get to see the person after you
Right,
propose
yes,
without
first.
getting to see them at all. And then you get to see who you propose to.
facts.
And go ahead.
Facts. So you get to see the person, then you get to engage with them, then you get to meet everybody you didn't choose when you was inside of the pod. I left that part out. I apologize. That's the messy part. That's the part everybody likes. That's the tasty part, right?
Mhm.
So after that, you decide you're gonna stick with your partner. You live with them. Boom, bang, pow. You decide if you're gonna get married, right? So this season started last week. We all got a chance to watch it. We all feel really, really great about it. But before we do that, I want to have a burning question, right? Burning question, for those who aren't familiar with this Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast, is a question that we do on our show that could be answered one of three ways. And those answers can be answered with our burner cards. Ha ha ha! Bang, boom, pow. All right, we got these burner cards, and these burner cards indicate one of three answers. Is either a yes, which is, a straightforward yes. Then the other option is a no, which would be a no, nah, nope, never. Or the best answer possible, which would be a sophisticatedly ratchet. All right. So these are the burner cards. My burner question is: do you think you can build a relationship with someone without seeing your partner first? I'm gonna go with no. I'm going. Okay, so we're waiting for one person. Okay, boom. We got a sophisticatedly rat. Okay, we all got different opinions on this one. Okay, I'm TJ. You go first. Why you
I
say
would
yes?
say yes because would I be on a show like this? Yeah, I'm that spontaneous type. I actually contemplated being on Married at First Sight, and you don't get to see your partner. I really think um, arranged marriages work for that exact reason as well. I feel like when half of the battle is finding a partner that wants to be committed and wants to be in a marriage and believes in marriage. That's half the
Okay.
battle, in my opinion. So if two people want to be married and experts match them, or you get to, in this case for Love is Blind, you're connecting with someone's soul, exactly who they are, without even seeing them, without all the externals of society. So yes, I think I can be in a relationship without seeing my partner first.
Okay. Mo, why'd you say sophisticatedly ratchet?
I think I'm even thinking too far ahead. But initially, yeah, because you're getting to know the person without the theatrics. You're getting to know their inside. You're getting to know who they are. But I put sophisticatedly ratchet because part of you's questioning like if the person just are they just saying what they think you want to hear?
Oh, okay.
So that's
Okay.
why
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah. Are they
yeah,
really
that
being
are they
honest?
really being honest behind the pod? So for me, that's why I put sophisticatedly ratchet, and it's both for me. Like I said,
Mm,
I'm hoping that yes, I would really get to identify
get to
you
know the true
without to know
person.
the true
Hmm.
person without seeing the
Right.
physical, without even looking at you. But part of me is like, well, you really
Right.
being your
Right.
authentic self. So
Right.
yeah, that's why I
Can
Right.
put
I drop a
sophisticated.
little tea real quick? I think that's what
Yeah,
Nancy thought of Andrew.
right.
Nancy.
Chill, 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 chill,
Okay.
chill, chill,
Whatever.
chill,
Yeah.
Okay.
chill, chill, chill.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. 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 Go ahead.
So I say no, and I think that's because I'm vain in that kind of way. Like physical matters to me. Like I feel like I need to know what I'm working with. I feel like that's really, really important to me. I mean, I could see how some people try to. I could see how it's not as important to some, but I couldn't see myself mechanically being fit with someone I'm not attracted to, and then building that attraction to them after the fact. That just sounds bizarre to me. Um,
Yeah. That's
so yeah,
interesting.
that's my 2 cents on that one.
Hmm.
But yeah, now TJ, you started talking about the couples, in particular. Which couples do you think match with the right partner?
Huh. I feel like all of them, well, no, actually, I feel like a lot of them fucked up.
Okay.
So let's review the couples. The couples are, let me see. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to look at the couples. What
The
are the
couple
names?
of
Just say the
the names
names
they're
because
at
you
the
have it
very
on your.
bottom of the screen. They're Nancy,
Oh, yes, this
Bartisa,
Nancy and Bartiz,
Raven,
Raven and
SK.
SK. Okay. And then
Yeah.
Zanab and Cole, Brennan and Alexa, Colleen and Matt. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of them kind of matched a little bit. I feel like I couldn't make out much from because I want to let the viewers know we are only able to see the first 4 episodes. You're not seeing everything to the end. We're only commenting on the first 4 episodes that were recently released. So at this point, I feel like Nancy and Bartice did not match with the right person. Raven and SK did not match with the right person. And possibly Colleen and Matt.
How about
Okay.
you?
I think Colleen and Matt match with the right person.
Why?
Cause I feel like they kind of had a genuine connection. Colleen actually got turned down twice by two other individual men, so she was kind of like defeated. And I just feel like Matt like he opened up to her. I feel like they had a genuine, connection there. Um, Nancy and Bartiz, I'm on the fence about that. I'm on the fence because her and Andrew had a good connection, but in the beginning, I wasn't too sure about Andrew and Nancy, in my opinion.
Mm.
Um,
Why?
because I felt, and as we started to go a little deeper, I was like, okay, he's okay, but I felt like he was a little bit into himself.
Who? Batista?
No,
No,
Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew?
Andrew.
Hmm.
Like he was, it was like, oh, and
Oh,
I traveled here and I went here and I did this and I went here. And I was like, nigga, are you going to stop talking about yourself for a
he
second?
was laying it on real
He was
smooth
laying it
though. He
right.
was laying it on
And it
smooth.
was too much for me. I want to hear
Uh,
about you.
I
I want,
actually don't.
I liked how he talked about how he expressed himself sexually.
Hmm.
That was deep. And I get that. I
mm.
Hmm.
like that. But I'm just saying, prior to that, initially, him coming in, it was too much of the theatrics for me.
I
And that's
fucked with him.
exactly
Yeah.
My fault. Go ahead, TJ.
Hmm.
no, that's exactly what Nancy said. And that's what I was trying to say in the beginning, but
Hmm.
that was spilling tea earlier.
Hmm.
It's just Nancy felt like he wasn't real. She
Mm.
felt like he's saying all the right things, but it wasn't real. But the thing is, I think he was very genuine. I think there's something very attractive about a guy that can talk about his sexual experiences. And I didn't feel like he was bragging about himself. I think he was sharing about his experiences. And he was a young guy that was making really good money and traveling the world and doing really amazing things. Why not talk about that? Like, why was that a bad thing? You know what I mean? But I could
I'm
see how a woman could think that that's not real.
I got a question for you, TJ. Did you watch the whole thing? You watched every episode?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you feel about when he's putting the eye drops in his eyes, doing when he asked the cameraman if we was rolling, and he was like, "Are we rolling right now?" He was like, "Yeah, we're rolling."
Exactly.
Then
Hmm.
he put the eye drops in his eye to make it like he was sad and he was crying and shit. How you feel about that?
I didn't get that from him. I didn't get that he was trying to
Oh,
make it look like he was sad. I
I
think he
think it's
was
clearing
trying
up
to hold back his feelings.
tears. Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't feel like those were he was trying to use eye drops as a fake tear. I felt like he was trying to he was
you dead
really
ass?
sad. Yeah, I felt like he was really sad and he didn't want to make it look like he was crying. He was making it look like it was the eye drops. That's what I got from it. I think he was very, very sad
Oh,
that Nancy didn't pick him. But it's funny that you think that it was all cap.
I thought it was completely disingenuous, and I thought that he was putting the eye drops to make it look as though he was sad when in reality he wasn't sad. That's what I got from it. I got mad
Mo, what
cap.
did
That
you
was cap,
get?
cap,
I
cap, cap,
actually,
cap, cap,
yeah,
cap, cap, cap.
I got that he was trying to clear his eyes because he was crying. Like, so you put in the eye drops like to clear it up.
Yeah,
So I wasn't too
that's
sure.
what I
I was
thought
like, is he
too.
clearing his eyes or is he? I kind of was like, is he crying or is he trying to clear his eyes?
Yeah, I
Cause
But
felt
my
like
whole
he
thing
was
is
sad
why not wipe your cheek then, bro? Like if you was like
because he
what do you
doesn't
what's
want
your
to
purpose
look
here?
weak crying over this girl that didn't choose
Then why
him.
let the shit drip out your eye? You looking
It
like you
didn't drip out of
crying.
his eye at all. It never
You're
dripped.
bugging. You're bugging, my nigga. You need
I'm
to
gonna
watch
go
that shit
back and look at
again.
that. I'm gonna go back and
Go
look at
back.
that.
I didn't see
Yeah.
you need to go
anything
back.
drip down his face. I think he
You
was
need to go
trying his
back.
hardest not to cry.
And I gotta see, was he smiling during that? I have to make sure he wasn't smiling or nothing crazy.
I
To me,
think
he looked very sad,
Yeah.
and that's why the cliffhanger for the next four episodes is, I guess, Nancy and Bartiz don't do too well, and she goes and she sees him, and
Hmm.
he's like, I think you're beautiful, because Bartiz is thinking that she's not attractive. So, he goes, well, I think you're
But is he
very
thinking she's not
beautiful.
attractive though? I didn't get that. He thinks
I
that.
think that comes up in
Oh,
something where she's
okay.
crying. It's in the preview for the next four
Right, but as of
episodes.
right now, in the 4 episodes that was there, I feel like he is attracted to her, but his natural type that he would normally go for is Raven because they're both into fitness. She has a fitness body.
You're
That's
talking
who he
about
would normally
Bartiz. Okay.
Bartiz, yes.
mhm,
That is
mhm,
who he would
mhm.
normally be attracted to. But in the 4 episodes thus far, I have not heard him mention nor say that he was not attracted to Nancy. That's all I'm saying.
Correct. I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
that
No, no,
either. But
yeah.
I
I'm just
do
saying.
think when
Yeah.
Andrew comes in the next few episodes, the whole premise is love is not blind. That I don't know. This is the cliffhangers that they're putting out there. That love really isn't blind. I hear him actually say that. So I don't know in what context he says it. Barty says it, and I then Nancy also says, you know, I feel like this guy doesn't really like me. He doesn't like
Right.
who I
I
look
saw that
like.
part.
And then Andrew says, well, I think you're beautiful to me, so I'm just saying that to say, you know,
Mhm.
with
I
Andrew
think
coming
what
in.
I think Bartiz did way too much talking to his shorty about Raven and how bad
Facts.
she
Thank
Yes.
you for
is.
bringing that up on the
He
I'm
did
bed.
way too much. She opened the door. He was
He's
like, "Fuck
young.
that shit." Boom. He knocked that whole shit off the hinges. He was like, "Yeah, I know she's
eh,
the type of girl that I would normally be with. People see me, they see her, they're like, oh, she's a smoke show.
yeah.
Yes, he
How
did
you
say
tell
smoke
your
Now
show.
that's what
shorty,
I said.
how
Like
you tell your shorty and another shorty a
Stupid.
smoke
he said too
No.
show?
much. What he could have said to navigate that was he
Crazy.
could have said, Raven is the type of chick that I would know that that everybody think that I would go for, but this is why Love is Blind, because I love you so much. Like just our connect. He could have went into that and stopped there. Instead, he went on to how
He's
people could
like,
see him and her together, and she the smoke show, and
Yeah, he did too much.
Nancy is sitting
fuck
there
it.
like, am I not sitting here? Like, does he not see me sitting here? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it
Nancy,
And then
was.
she doesn't even admit it though, because he even says to her, he's like, and that's okay that I said that, right? I'm just being honest. And she's like, yeah, it's okay. Like that was her opportunity to say, hey, that was kind of like, that cut deep, like I wasn't expecting you to say all of that.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. Uh, do you think that he's having second doubts about not choosing her now that he's seen her now?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Do you think that he has the gall to tell that to Nancy though?
I think he does.
Maybe later on in
Based
the
on,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't say now, but maybe later on in the show. And I need to see,
Mm-hmm.
because remember the show we only saw the first
4.
episodes,
Mm-hmm.
so I need
Right.
to see how that dynamic looks. But do I think that he feels that he made a boo boo? Yes, and he said it because if you recall, I'm gonna let you go, teacher. He recalls saying, "Oh, he would have had, I believe it was 2 more dates with Raven." And he said that, oh,
Yes,
I should have
given
allowed
her
her.
some more
Yeah, I should have
time.
given her some
Mm-hmm.
more time, the 2 more dates. So yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
he's feeling some type of way about it. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
I also want to talk about this topic. Nancy, and a lot of women do this. We have an age limit, what we go for and what we
Mhm.
don't go for. And, for a woman like me in my 30s, I'm not messing with no guy under my age at all. And I'm actually looking for a guy 40, 45 and up. You know what I mean? Like that, like not in up, maybe to 50, right?
Yeah.
But that's one of her hangups. She was like, the minute she found out about Bartice's age in the pod, she
Yep.
was like, oh, I am not, my
That threw her
friends are not
off.
going to even accept this. He's not even mature enough yet. Like, I can't do this. This is not for me. That was one of her biggest red flags for him. And I thought she was going to actually choose Andrew because he gave
Yeah.
grown man sexy energy. Like, this is what you're going to have when you're with me. And with the other guy, it was like fun. She could be her silly because she seems very immature, not immature, but like funny, silly, free, carefree.
Playful.
And that, yes.
She seemed really agreeable. Like
Yes,
she could
that's
do well
actually
with
what the men
any man.
said. Yes. And the girl,
Right.
what's her name, said that when she was like feeling like she had to compete against her for Bartiz.
Right.
What's her name?
Raven. Raven.
Raven. Thank you.
Raven.
Thank you. Raven
Mhm.
did say
Hmm.
that. Yeah, it's on the bottom. Thank you for that scrolling thing on the bottom because I'm
That's
learning their
Hmm.
names still.
teamwork,
Yeah.
TJ. Teamwork. That's what it's all
Good
about.
job. Good job. Good job,
Yeah.
Max. You're
Uh-huh.
doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Teamwork.
You know what's so funny though, in my opinion, even though Raven and Bartice probably would have got together, I still don't think they would have lasted
I don't
either.
think so either.
Yeah.
He's
Mm-mm.
too
They
immature
too.
for her.
She's immature. She's too into herself, and in
She's
my
too
opinion,
intense
she's too
too.
intense. Yeah. And I just want to bring up this one part, even though they're not together. When this man Bartice was telling her something serious, this heifer was over there doing jumping jacks, and that is the moment where I think he felt. That's the moment where his mind shifted to Nancy. It was that
Yep.
exact moment for him.
Really?
Yep.
Yes,
That's
it was that.
exactly what
That's
happened.
exactly what happened.
That's exactly what
That's
happened. I
exactly what
agree with you
happened.
How did he
100%.
know that she was doing that?
He
I
said
missed
it
that
to her.
part.
He
Said
heard
he
her.
heard her. He was like, "Are you doing jumping jacks?" She was like, "Yeah." How did you know? And he was like, "I'm over here sharing, something important." Yeah, and
I missed
that's what,
that
and
part.
that's the point where I was like, I don't like her.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Same
I
Mm,
didn't
thing.
like her at
Same
that
thing.
one point because I'm like, this man is. You shared certain things with him, like, oh, how you didn't want him to perceive you that you also do bottle service work, and he's
yeah.
listening to you, and he's sharing something about his mother and his father, and then I guess them bumping into her first, like a whole dynamic of something that went down in a monumental time in his life, and you're sitting there doing jumping jacks, and he heard you doing it, and he was like, "Are you doing jumping jacks?" That is when he shifted to Nancy in that moment. That
Yeah.
he was all about Raven, but he shifted to Nancy in that moment because he was sharing something which he felt was personal to him, and she was over there doing jumping jacks.
She got salty when he told her no, though. She got salty.
She did. She was like, yeah. She was like, oh yeah, it's give. That's the same thing. I'm trying to think of her exact words. What she said. She
So we
was
both
like,
basically both feel the same
we
way.
both feel the same way.
Something to that
She was like,
Oh,
it's a
effect.
when
no. She was
yes.
like, it's a no for me too, or something like that.
Right,
So yeah,
right, right,
Yes, I
right.
remember that part.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
remember that part. And I also felt like it was mutual. I didn't know like he shut her down, but I think that's what the next
Mm-hmm.
previews are kind of hinting at, because he said something like that. Oh, like I turned her down and she ended up being with SK because I turned her down. But I
Mhm.
felt like it was somewhat mutual. I felt like she
Mm-hmm.
was having like a really deep connection with SK.
Yeah.
Why do you think her and SK? Oh, sorry.
Go
Yeah, do
ahead.
we feel like they match with the right partners? Do you feel
No,
like
they go ahead.
SK and Raven, like what fell off with them? I think he just is not being aggressive enough. I think
Yeah.
she needs a guy that is going to say I'm attracted. She didn't even know if he was attracted to her, and
Yeah. She
she's
kept saying that she's
pretty.
beautiful. Yeah, she's beautiful. And she
He
was like,
has
well, I don't
not
know.
yet said, "Hey, you're
You're
beautiful," and
beautiful.
he needs to tap, like slap her ass. He needs to like kiss her. You know what I mean? I think she
It's his
needs that.
culture.
No,
So I
it's
agree, but it's his
his
culture for
culture.
me. Yeah, it's his
Mm.
culture. He's, and that's what she wanted to hear because she said that. And you're right, TJ. He was like, she said, I don't know if I'm attracted. And I believe, obviously, I believe that he believes she's attractive. He's very happy with her
Mhm.
because he's
Yeah.
attracted to her.
He just
But
doesn't know how to
but he
communicate
never
with her.
said that to her. He never said like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're beautiful." Like,
He's trying to
you're
be so
gorgeous.
respectful.
Yeah, he's trying to be really respectful. I feel like they definitely did have deep conversations in the pod, even
Right.
Mhm.
like they definitely did. So I could see how that, and it was in-depth conversation, not surface.
Yeah. And
So
he said it. He said, "I feel like you really see me. I feel like you really truly like
mhm,
believe in who I am." And I
yeah,
think she can see it. I think
yeah,
because she's in the outside world, she's looking at everything else.
hmm,
His body language towards her, like she's feeding off of his energy, because all he was doing was like brushing his teeth, and they were in the bathroom together, and it was just so much
right.
kind of
And at
tension.
the mixer,
Hmm.
they were more all up on each other. But I wanted, in
It
my
was
opinion,
phony.
I feel like she was all up on him to spite Bartiz. That was
Yeah,
my, yeah, like she was hugging.
really.
That was, I mean,
Facts.
that's just
Facts.
my, yeah.
Yeah, Mo,
Y-
I'm with you, Mo. I'm with you, Mo.
Yeah, like she was
I'm
hugging
with
up
you,
on
Mo.
SK and all of that.
Mm,
And I felt like she came there, she knew she looked good. She
She
knew she,
wasn't giving
yeah,
him none of
yeah,
that
she wasn't
energy
giving him none of
before.
that. Yep,
None of that energy
exactly.
before.
Yep.
yeah.
So she was all up on him in the
They were
mixer,
hugged
hugging him
up a
up.
little bit.
Of course they were, because Bartiz was there
Mm,
and she wanted to let Bart, and in your mind, TJ, you said, oh, you think the feeling was mutual, but in her mind, he didn't pick her.
Yep.
you think
He
so?
Yes, because
100%.
why would you be carrying on like that?
100%.
Yeah, you
100%.
was doing a lot to spite Bartiz. Like, listen, mash we
I
here with
mean,
that
I
one.
don't even feel like it was just for Bartiz. I think she was doing it for herself, because everybody's coupled up now. You got to act like you're happy. You're in this process.
You
This
ain't
is the
gotta
person
act.
you chose. I feel like she was, just playing more of a role, not just for Bartiz, but just for
Hmm.
everybody there, because they weren't even
Hmm.
touching. They weren't even talking. She was like, you sleeping half the time.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta
She,
see how
she
this play out in the episodes, but
she
that was my vibe for right now.
she might have been saving face, just to be
Yeah.
like, like I'm happy just to be with him. But I feel like in the back of my mind, you got to know that that nigga didn't choose you. Like you had to know that that nigga choose you,
Mm,
and you look better than the person that he chose. Like
yeah.
Yeah,
you look better. So
exactly. That's what
that
it is
just
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And whether she wasn't gonna choose him or not, and I agree with you, TJ, she didn't say it first. So at the end of the day, he
She
didn't choose you.
didn't.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
choose you. So it
Because a
came
nigga
out
said it first. You
first. Yeah,
right.
you're right. So he didn't choose you. So
That
after
shit
the
hit
fact,
different.
you were like, yeah, it was a no for me too. Was it? Was it no for you
Mm,
now that he didn't choose you? Let's be real.
Right,
Right.
mm.
So
right.
And
that's
he loved her. He said it with so
he
much
did.
conviction.
Nancy, they love Nancy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he
He
loved
did.
because he loved Nancy too. Because how can I be with somebody that's disrespectful when I'm telling them something personal to me? And you sitting there doing jumping jacks.
Yeah.
At that moment is where he went towards Nancy. That was
Mm.
the moment he chose Nancy, in my mind,
Yeah,
in
that's a
my
fact.
opinion,
That's a fact.
in my
That's a fact.
opinion. Because
That
you show me about yourself. I mean, to me.
Facts.
And the and the fact that he knew she was
That she
doing
was
jumping
doing
jacks.
jumping jacks
Yes,
in the next pod. Yeah, that
yes.
was
He
kind of
said it.
disrespectful.
It was disrespectful as hell.
Yeah, that
I'm
was bad.
sorry.
That
It
was
was
bad.
bad. It was bad. What's
All
next,
right.
Mitch?
That's it. We got to end the episode. This is the Ratchet Robe review.
Oh my God.
This is what we do here. This is a short clip.
We
This is
do a
not a long
recap. I
episode. This is
know.
it. So, TJ, would you like to tell the people where to
TJ,
meet us?
let them
I
know.
guess, guys, thank you for being a part of our next episode of Love is Blind. Go ahead and drop your answers to the questions that we asked in the comments. Was it yes? Was it yes? Was it no? Was it sophisticatedly ratchet? Put it in the comments below. What do you think is going to happen on the next 4 episodes? Get your robes out. Hit us up. You can hit us up on IG at So Ratchet Podcast on IG, So Ratchet Podcast on TikTok. We're on So Ratchet Podcast, So Ratchet Pod on Twitter. Go ahead and hit the like button right now. Hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the follow button right now on So Ratchet Podcast, and that's two separate words on YouTube. And we are a podcast, okay? We're the Sophisticatedly Ratchet Podcast. We drop new episodes every Wednesday. You can listen to us wherever you hear podcasts, Apple Podcasts,
Facts.
Google Podcasts,
Facts.
Spotify, Amazon,
Facts.
iHeartRadio. We're
Facts.
everywhere. We
Everywhere,
drop new
everywhere, everywhere.
episodes every Wednesday. So check us out. And this is one of our spinoffs. So check us for the next episode in our Versace.
Can we all put up the
robes.
Versace with our yes,
Versace,
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 Versace, Versace,
That's what we do
Versace.
here. That's what we do here.
Just
That's what we do
flex
here.
it.
You know,
But
a
you can
little
bring any
something.
robe tribe. We just talk shit
Yeah.
about all of our Ratchet TV shows and movies. It doesn't even have to be Ratchet. It's just us doing a review. And you're a part of it too. Thank you, tribe.
Pull up.
Peace.